Kati, the wisdom corner, the wise man himself ukhona lapha ngwami. Sawubona.
Ngicela ukuthatha ithuba babogumbi, ngibonga kakhulu ithuba ngibingelele nakumlaleli, ngibingelele nakubuholi be-Vibe FM 94.7, the first choice of umphakathi. Babogumbi, it's still an honor and a joy ukuthi we are still looking at the Men's Month, njengoba besisho ukuthi, and the social responsibility that man carries in the society. So kuyintokozo kakhulu baba, ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Usiphathele namuhla.
Babogumbi, namhlanje kunento encane under the topic or under man that I want us just to look at and be patient with it, with ourselves a bit, so that we address issues that matter. Maybe just to recap, last week or last session, we spoke about that men are foundation of the human family, that man, the role of man, of being a man, comes before a role of being a husband. And it also comes before a role of being a father and a role of being a leader. So the stronger the man is, the stronger the father, the stronger the husband, the stronger the leader. So we saw how important males and men are in that regard. So, and we also spoke of a very important point that men are generational leaders and they have impact to at least 4 generations, right? And with that, we saw that there is a serious need that men need to be trained for. There's a serious need. So as a result, today, Babogumbi, I have this just a little bit subtopic for men. Men as intentional teachers. Because we cannot carry any societal role if we're not intentful when it comes to teaching. If teaching becomes an occasion, just an event, that when we kind of feel like we get involved in it. So we shouldn't do that. And today I want us to focus on principles and the things that matter when it comes to men being intentional teachers. There is a passage of scripture that I would like us to base our thinking on today. It's a very famous one. Matthew chapter 28, verse 18 to 20. I'm reading from the NIV, right? And our context today is man. It is man. Matthew chapter 28, verse 18 to 20, and it reads, Then Jesus came to them and said, All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I've commanded you. Surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. Right? Babugum, this is what I want us to pick up from this thing. So as men are generational leaders, they carry generational authority. So what we just read now is a model or a formula in which we can carry this idea of us being intentional teachers as men. Why? Because our responsibility is that we are generational leaders. Therefore, we carry generational authority. So this is the catch. Every person who has authority cannot divorce himself from understanding the fact that their authority depends on the people understanding their role. Because authority in this context is more a delegated authority. You can't tell me that you're going to be leading 4 generations without having a systematic way of preserving values, of preserving ideas that need to be carried on by generations. In fact, men are institutions themselves. And I think the more we appreciate the fact that we are very important, we're not going to treat ourselves as important. Men are institutions, because if you have delegated authority, then delegated authority would require and demand a cyclical teaching. So if you look at the model Jesus is using, he knows that he is the greatest leader, right? And he needs to preserve generations. And he decides that, because if you look at this the theory here, it says there's going to be generations after generations. If I do not have discipleship methods to make sure that one generation is sustained without any gap from the other, I need to make sure that I have systematic ways of teaching so that I do not lose the value, I do not lose the work that I've done for these people. They're able to carry it from generations to generations themselves.
Yes,
sir.
This teaching from generation to generation ibonakala kahle masikhuluma ngenkolo, sikhuluma ngoba thina safundiswa obaba ababefundiswe obaba.
Yebo. This thing is so important, and I was hoping that man will just find rest and home in this method that Christ is using here to say that you have to have this cyclical methods of teaching. There is no way that you're supposed to stop. I like the idea also when he introduces baptism. I know how we look at baptism, right? But baptism, the word baptizo, means to immerse. Someone dip in water, right? That's figuratively. And this is a symbolic gesture for people who have subscribed to a new school of thought.
Okay.
Right? So what does this mean in this context? It means that everybody who follows Christ will eventually reach a stage where they publicly declare that now they've taken this way of life and they're committing to it, right? So as men, and I like it, and Baba Gombe, if you notice in Wise Corner, we always remind people that they have these things, but they're gradually losing them. And we're here to revive those things, right? So if you look at here, it says, have ideas basically that you're gonna immense men under completely until you have classes of men. Because men are supposed to have classes in society.
Okay.
I know, Wuti, we think we've graduated from these things, and because we are in the modern society, it is okay just to be any type of man that you feel like being. And that is not right.
But any traditionally or culturally,
Yes, sir. It is very crucial that we still have those classes. Babugom, you cannot have an institution that has no grades.
Okay.
You can't do that. Why? Because you're going to take a grade 10 class and you're going to be teaching that class to a grade 2. What is the use? What benefit are you getting out of that? You might be seen as a well-knowledgeable teacher, but you are not teaching the right way. Because you're taking a body of knowledge that has weight and you're putting it on a structure that cannot carry it. Yeah, everything will collapse or it's going to be useless. In fact, so that is why we have to have classes of men. I'm saying that men are institutions themselves. So you can't be an institution and just scatter knowledge. We are violent. You're throwing it everywhere that you think might work. It can't be like that. We need to be very systematic
and intentional.
And intentional, by the way, right? So, for example, if we look at uZulu, uZulu as a nation has different classes of men, right? Because I'm not an expert in the Zulu ways, right? But I'm going to give you an idea how it is structured, right? I'm not going to have the time to define all these words, but someone who understands Zulu will then catch up with me, right? You have umfana, just an infant, a boy child, right? Even in boyhood, there are different classes there, right? Laphana khona ubizwa ngamapopodliyane. Khona umkhapheyane laphana. Khona umfana. And these stages are not the same. These 3 stages. You expected to act in a certain way. You're expected to be taught in a certain way. And your responsibilities are unique, right? Someone who fetches cow here. Someone fetches goat here. Someone is not ready for fetching goat because they might be injured from there. They might lose their life. Because even your body structure cannot maintain that level of responsibility. But as this boy child grows up, then they are given more tasks with relevant training for doing that. You can't send your boy child, as minor as he is, to go and be responsible for a bull. They don't carry that capacity at that stage, right? And then Ozela in middle stage, even though it's not middle, it's almost semi-middle. La kukhona manje insizwa. Kukhona ibhungu nalapho akulinganwa nalapho. Right? I know ukuthi I term insizwa, even ngisho baba, they use it to personify strength. Not just that umuntu is still young, but to personify strength of men, especially in the Zulu culture, right? But you have these things. Ibhungu, it's someone they say not in the sake of not staying at home, just for the sake of not staying at home, but someone umuntu oseqalile manje uyophangela ngokwesixhosa. You're going to look for work, and that's the stage of responsibility. And I was listening to one of our Zulu experts explaining the word insizwa, that it does not really mean insizwa. It comes from the word insiza, someone who helps. So a man who's expected to be very helpful. Right? In everything. That is why insizwa you find them Okowen. They make sure they serve. It's a stage of serving.
Yes.
Right? You understand classes of men. They understand classes of men. They give respect to people now who are in charge of households, who are family heads. They understand classes, as well as women in that context. Right? Umfana, you don't expect much in understanding, but in respect. You understand what I'm saying?
Can I ask ethi singobaba legaba ehlukene zobaba?
Yes.
Bese kwesisikhathi ukuze ukujwayele ngala esilungwini athi umuntu adeshadelwa ngeviki elidlule mayise sehlangane nalaba abanye abashadelwa 10 20 years ago athi phela nami ngeke nginiqobele phela nami sengiyindoda.
Angithi the reason why sikhuphuka nayo babugumbi, if you have not been trained for these basic ones, you're going to be disgraced up there. That is why we're speaking of people being baptized in the culture of being men. You understand these things, Babukum, no matter what type of car you drive. If you've graduated from the school of manhood, you will understand that a man who's senior to you by age is senior to you.
Kunjalo.
You see, so those things you learn from these classes as you graduate. The Xhosa people, they have this thing. Men graduate to manhood. The Sothos, they have this. Men graduate from manhood. And you understand clearly the expectations. You have men that are specifically delegated to do such things. And maybe we should ask ourselves, what does the church intentionally do to graduate men?
But amanye amabandla abanawo ama-department adila mhlawumbe kuthiwa eyomama eyobaba njalo njalo engeke mhlawumbe umuntu abe nesiqiniseko ukuthi ngabe liyenzeka neqiniso.
Yes, we don't want to be people who are not appreciative of the work that has been done, right? So structures have been built, but we still need meat. We need tendons on there. We need veins for it to be alive. We can't just be comfortable with the fact that there is a department. But if there is a department, then where are the results of the department? Right? So as I'm saying this, I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying that it's being done or not. I'm just saying that if we have departments, then we're supposed to see the results of those departments. When young men grow up in church and about to become husbands, how much of schooling have the men in the church society provided to those young men? So if we were to look at the men gatherings, how important are they currently? And I think that's the question we're supposed to ask ourselves. How important are they? Is it not full of sermons?
Ya ungikhumbuza kwelinye ibandla engilaziyo ngake ngaba kulo. They once a month there was a Saturday dedicated kobaba. Bengekho kuthiwa we don't need a church environment. Sifuna okungenani ngoba sinazo izibaya, sifuna okungenani siye egarage la kwaSibanibane. Sihlale khona sose sixoxe.
Yes, sir.
Talk about indoda ebandleni.
Yes.
Sikukhona nezinsizwa. Benza konke okukhombisa ukuthi bayinsizwa ababehlezi nobaba ukhulunywe kodwa futhi.
Angithi Babu Kumeli is clear that the principle of manhood supersedes even the role of being a man in the church. A successful man at home is automatically a successful man in ministry. Just think about that.
Yeah.
And it should be that men in ministry aim to seek to help men become better at home.
Yeah.
For them to become better in ministry. But a man who's given a pastoral role, whatever role in the spiritual cluster we may call it, if a man seeks to empower men to become better preachers than men, that man has set up those men to fail in life and in preaching also.
Yeah.
Because the foundation of a pastor is as strong as his manhood. If a pastor has a weak manhood, his man role is weak, he is going to be a very weak pastor.
Ngoba khona nama-skills azobe engekho to lead.
Then how then do you expect someone like that to lead other people's homes? Because a church is a group of families that come together. So the moment we keep on neglecting the importance of man, we are literally destroying every fiber of the society. There's a verse that we've spoken about, right? I want us just to remember, to remind ourselves about it. When Malachi writes about the coming of Elijah the prophet, he is clear. He says he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the sons, to the children, and the hearts of the children of the sons to their fathers. Right? Can you see the cycle? Continuous cycle where men make sure that their hearts are with their children, and the children's heart are with fathers. Constantly. What is happening today? We set up trips with our fathers maybe once or twice in a year, if ever it happens. And this is why you see so many divisions in churches, because men are toxically competent. They have this competition in their mindset that what is there should be mine. You see, when you are raised in a home properly, you understand sharing, and you understand the toxicity of competing unnecessarily, because it destroys what's there. That's the attitude men have these days. Even at work, they want to fight. They might not fight verbally, physically, but everything they do is to take stuff from each other. They fight. And that is why the prophet says there clearly, if these hearts are not intertwined, lest I strike the land with a curse. So where there's a curse, nothing grows, nothing flourishes. And this is what we're seeing in our society. Imagine raising such a generation where it will be strange for a man to take a picture with a bottle of beer.
Ngoba sometimes sesikhula esikhatheni la indoda ingenalo ihlazo, noma ingazi ukuthi ihlazo yini.
Yes, that's the correct term.
Nanokuthi ayikwazi ukubona izinto that are stripping out the power in him.
Babu, let's look at this. You have institutions like radio, who depends on public currency, public honor, public perception, right?
Yeah.
You have companies that might not be public radio stations or whatever, but they represent something important. Could be clothing industry, for that matter. Could be food industry. Whoever works there, they make sure that they don't put their company in disrepute. Man has institutions. I'm just going to put these thoughts out there, right? Men are supposed to be moderators, evaluators of societal behaviors and norms, because they are in institutions themselves. They're supposed to govern the perception of men.
Bamonitor ukuthi ama-systems ayasebenza yini.
If there's someone in their land, a man who has done wrong, he gets attended to before sunrise. You remember those days where the man of the land will make sure that even if someone's son, it's clear that they hide, they are nowhere to be found, but they will make sure that one day they will keep on checking until they find him. I'm not talking about the police, Babu Kumbi.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the men of that village making sure that your son, Babu Kumbi, we're going to deal with him because obviously your systems have failed. We are here to support you, either you like it or not. That's another subject, right? But we're going to make sure because we are here to protect the children in the land, the women in the land, and everybody, property, everything. So if your child then does not listen to you, we have to attend to him. I remember one case, it was unheard of. I was still a young boy. I didn't know such things existed. But I was told, and when I was told, I was still in disbelief, to be honest. I was told that an age mate of ours was raped. A boy being raped by a senior boy in our community. And I remember that day I was refreshing myself, getting ready to attend my Sunday school classes. And I was woken up by a noise. They were dealing with him. I mean, like every father in our village was there, just outside the gate. And they were making sure they set an example that there is no boy in this area that can rape. There is no man who can rape in this society. And they dealt with it.
Ngakithi ngine-experience ethini indoda enye sasikhula nayo siyabafana usho ukuthi wayeseqalile esephuza wafike wazothuka ubaba wakhe kwafika amadoda ekuseni ngakusasa
early in the morning
abamvethezanga kanje.
Yeah. Angithi Babu Kumbi, to honor your mother and father is dependent on men, not women.
Yeah.
And the more we understand these things, our importance, we're then going to become good guides because, in fact, society should be dependent on men for their knowledge, guidance, and leadership. So tell me, if you're not intentional, Babu, you know what I believe these days? We're supposed to make women so curious about us. So curious about us that they wonder what it is that we teach each other. And when they come to us, they know that I'm now attending the highest office in the land.
Ayikho ngaphandle eParliament la ekhaya.
No. It's here. I'm attending the highest office there is. When it comes to knowledge, wisdom, this is where I submit myself and I find the treasures of life. And I want, this is women talking now. Just imagine a woman seeking to listen to her husband. Is these days that possible? Even when this is supposed to be helping boys, in fact, when they grow up to be men, thinking about the importance of being a father before they even think of sleeping with anyone. And understanding how rare a virtuous woman is. They think, how am I going to get the best wife? Not girlfriends. Now, you see, young men are taking cheap routes, easy routes to destroy themselves because there are no men who are intentional. Babu Kumbi, gone are the days where men would pride themselves with the wives that they've gotten.
Ilahleka kuphi? Ilahleka emadodeni.
Yebo. It's men. Remember, imagine a daughter raised by a proper, knowledgeable responsible man.
Mm.
Imagine such a daughter.
Mm.
Right? So currently, mothers are taking all the load.
Yeah.
But imagine a daughter. Imagine the wisdom in that child. And that girl child.
Mm.
So imagine her discernment when it comes to man.
Mm.
Imagine her understanding of the value of man.
Mm.
How brilliant, how solid will that woman be?
Mm.
And then couple that woman with a like-minded man.
Mm.
What's going to come out of that? I'm telling you, taverns will lose value. They will have no customer.
Mm.
Because when men think about solving problems, they don't put alcohol as part of their solution.
Mm. Ngifuna ukuthi amathaveni agcwele kangaka abantu besilisa is because ibona bayicause yabo ukuthi babe lapho.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, we're sorry to say that. It is that.
They even attracting ingane zabo ke manje ingane lezi
They're
zilandela
leading them there.
Jesus.
And they're abusing them.
Mm.
Because when you get to a place like that, order is out of the door.
Mm.
A father becomes a boyfriend in those environments.
Amehlo amnyama asabona ukuthi ingane yakho.
Yes, this is your child. In fact, if the father of that child approaches you, you'll be like you're talking to your brother.
Mm.
But you just mess things up because you don't know who you are. So we're saying that men are an institution. And what we are pleading with men these days in this month is, men, follow your calling. Follow who you are.
Mm.
Make sure that you serve these coming generations and not be a part of the problem, but be a part of the solution.
Baba Sikhakhane siyabonga. Angazi ukuthi masikhuluma sengathi ngahlala nje ngilalele ngingabe umsakazi ngilalele. I wonder ukuthi lapho ekhaya wena you feel what I feel and hear what I hear. Uyakheka yini ngalendlela nami engithi ngakheka ngayo as we talk thina sikhuluma kodwa okukhulu kakhulu awube indoda bakithi ezokwakheka. Indoda efuna ukwenza umehluko, indoda efuna ukwenza umehluko kwayo emphakathini nakuzo zonke izindawo la uhamba khona endaweni zokusebenza iba umehluko. Baba Sikhakhane lokugcina.
Hayi baba Gumbi ngiyabonga mina. Thank you very much. I like to appreciate this radio station for this opportunity. I am growing personally because of these things. Obviously, they come through me before I speak them, and they're changing my mind. And I think maybe ngabe busy with my personal stuff. Someday I don't gain anything myself, but I just thank God for this opportunity, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And the contribution oyenzayo in the society inkulu kakhulu. You may never know kodwa impact eyenzakala emphakathini enkulu kakhulu. God bless you. Siyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you very much.
Sohlangana ngesonto elizayo kuyo le ndawo. Amen.